How you doing? This is Nathaniel Soaps and Soap Center. Today I want to talk about Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes. They get their fourth win of the season, beating Arizona State at Arizona State by a score of 27-24. It was an amazing game, close game throughout the whole game. Colorado Buffaloes got the ball back with like a minute left after Arizona State drove down and tied the game. And the first play of the game was an amazing play, pass down the field. Then they ran a couple more plays to get a field goal range. And Colorado Buffaloes end up winning on an amazing field goal by a young kicker. It's amazing to see Deion Sanders celebrate with his players. Saw the young man dancing close to the 50-yard line. And then there was an incident on the kickoff right after that. Seemed to be a young defensive lineman. He made an amazing tackle after Arizona State caught the ball. He celebrated a little too much. As you know, you really can't celebrate that much in college football. And he got a penalty. Deion Sanders immediately approached him. Didn't seem to scold him too much. Talked to him about, having more about his mental mistake. And then gave the kid a hug. And that was something amazing to see. Just how he can look his players in the eye, talk to them, not scold them, not I don't know if he like cussed them out or whatever, but it didn't seem like he was cussing them out, just giving them some motivation, some positive reinforcement about how to not make mental mistakes that cost the team at this type of time, during the time we're trying to close out a game and win a game. And then he hugged the kid, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of African American men need that, like a lot of African American males. We're emotional. A lot of us are raised in single-parent homes with our moms, and a lot of us, even if we have our dad in the picture, our parents are most of us, our parents are separated, so we were raised majority by our moms, and a lot of us are just, we're just emotional, and a lot of us can't take a scolding like that. And so to see him talk to the kid, get the kid a hug, and give him some positive reinforcement is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And even myself, I constantly talk to my boss and other people around me about how we just need to give each other more positive reinforcement. We always telling each other what we're doing wrong, and it's just always about the bad first. So it's amazing to see like it seems like Deion definitely gave the young man some positive reinforcement, let him know what he did good first, talking about what he could do better, and then gave the kid a hug. And that was really amazing to see. I've seen a lot of college coaches throw down their pass, throw their ear, like their headsets, and cussing out kids, screaming at kids. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of our kids just don't need that. So it was something amazing to see that a lot of people probably didn't pay attention to at the end of the game. But I feel like Deion Sanders deserves a $100 million contract for the amazing job he's just doing with Colorado, and not just with the wins, because they were a 1-11 team, but he's just changing the atmosphere. We got celebrities coming to the game. Local businesses, the local news talked about how the local businesses in Colorado are being saved because there's so many people coming to the games and so many people staying after the game to check out local businesses. They said that a lot of the local businesses were planning to close down. But now, since Colorado is doing so well and Deion Sanders bringing so many people to Boulder, Colorado, a lot of the local businesses are thriving. And that's amazing to see. A lot of the local businesses are asking Deion Sanders for his input to what they can do better and how they can improve. And, so Deion Sanders right now is on a 5-year, $30 million contract. And there was an article about him possibly getting a contract extension. And I believe that they should just pay him out, give him the $30 million, put him on a new contract. And I think he deserves a 6-year, $100 million contract. Really, I think he deserves to be the highest paid coach in college football, around 120, 130, possibly $200 million contract, because the turnaround job is just amazing. Like even yesterday, people were looking for the game. The game wasn't nationally televised yesterday. The game versus Arizona State. So a lot of people subscribing to the Pac-12 network. So the Pac-12 network is making money off Deion because, like, even I went to a bar yesterday, and the game was being streamed from the Pac-12 network. It hasn't been too many times that I go to bars here in Chicago, Illinois, and there's games being streamed from the Pac-12 network. A lot of times it's the Big Ten network. But a lot of people were streaming off YouTube. A lot of people were streaming off Facebook Live. So think about the money he's generating even for the Pac-12 network, which is the Pac-12 was talked about so much because they turned down money from ESPN, and that's why a lot of teams are leaving. You know, USC is leaving, or UCLA is leaving because they're getting bigger contracts. And Colorado is leaving. They're going to Big 12. They got $30 million from the Big 12 to join the Big 12. So just think about the money that the Pac-12 generated just by having Deion Sanders there for a year. So it's just an amazing job that he's doing with his program. You know, of course, they had 2 weeks. They lost to Oregon at Oregon, and they lost to USC at home. So they had two rough weeks. rough weeks. But I'm just glad to see Colorado back on top and winning again. You know, the game against Oregon, they lost a pretty tough one, pretty much got blown out. But Deion Sanders stayed positive. And we saw the Oregon coach kind of mention and diss Deion Sanders and his team. He waited till right before the game in the locker room to kind of diss the team. I didn't see much about USC talking about Deion Sanders. I didn't see much about the Arizona State talking about Deion Sanders. Most coaches have kind of tried to keep that a little bit more input. And Shedeur Sanders, there was some coaches from unknown Pac-12 coach talking about how Shedeur Sanders takes sacks on purpose instead of throwing the ball away so he can keep a good completion rate. And also his son, who's Shiloh, I believe his name is, who's a cornerback, I think allegedly he is suing some people for the way they talk about him online for $1 million. So, they're going through a lot. So many people are attacking the Sanders. And even Boyce Watkins was talking about how he supports the black community, but he doesn't support Deion Sanders and his family. You know, Deion Sanders seems like an amazing father, man. And you kind of really give someone their just due for the amazing job he did with his family, his boys, his daughters, and how he's put them in position to be successful. You know, his son, who's not playing college basketball, his oldest son, is making money off social media. What's going on with his dad, Shiloh, and Shedeur is making so much money off the NIL. Shedeur is saying that he makes more money with NIL than to leave and go get drafted with the NFL. Even Caleb Williams mentioned that he's making so much money at USC, he probably is going to come back for another year because he's going to make more than he would make in his rookie NFL contract. And that's something I said even with women's basketball with the WNBA. A lot of the players, like Reese at LSU, she might stay another year just because she's making $1 million, and the WNBA contract is only an $80,000 contract for a rookie year. So why not stay in college? You know what I'm saying? And just very happy for Deion Sanders. And like I said, I just really think he deserves a $100 million contract, man. Like, it's a complete turnaround. Like, a lot of coaches turn around. A turnaround usually take like 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years. Like, as far as a roster makeover, and even with the roster makeover, a lot of people talk about Deion just changing the whole roster. And now NCAA are coming out with new rules to change the transfer, to enter the transfer portal window. And I think Deion Sanders is going to continue to be successful even with the new rules as far as recruitment and transfers. And like I said, Deion Sanders is doing a complete turnaround. Like, the games are being sold out. Like, we have people like my cousin. She's a big-time social media person, an amazing doctor in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, Florida area. She's going to games. My cousin Marlene's going to games. We have people, African Americans from all over the United States going to games. So that, you know, the games are being sold out, not just for people who living in the Colorado area, but living all over the United States. And also now you have the Colorado fans traveling in droves just to see the games. And when they playing at like at Arizona State, we saw a big crowd. So now he's making money for other schools. And a lot of social media are coming out to showing how much money, like, he's already made the school over $100 million just by with the selling out, the merchandise. Like, he's generating so much money for the University of Colorado. And as you know, with this social media and everything going on, even with merchandise, like a lot that attendance is going to attend, not just attendance at the with the games, but a lot of kids are going to apply just to want to be at the University of Colorado. And just think about how many athletes are going to apply who just want to go there and try to walk on. So attendance, people enrollment is going up at the University of Colorado, which also brings more money to the university, also brings more money to the city. So let's congratulate the Deion Sanders again. I'm glad they're back on that winning wave. Can't wait to see them get bowl eligible. This is Nathaniel Swopes, the Swope Center signing out, and you all have a good one.